In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the panel assembly improvements we have made within our 2026 version of Vertex BD. There is now the ability to create panel assemblies easily within Vertex BD. This used to be an advanced and somewhat hidden feature within the software, but now we have implemented it as a main feature within the software for everyone to use. Here in this example, we have a small building module including wall, floor, and ceiling panels. To create panel assemblies from here is quite simple. We select all our desired panels from the modeling window or the model tree, and now up here in the main navigation ribbon we now have the Create Panel Assembly option. Selecting that, we have a properties window which is displayed, and within here we can select the panel types where you can choose from assembly or prefab units. You can also customize your prefix, start number, and also if you want to see separate panel labels, you can select the options here too. Let's take a look at what happens when we select our options as shown. BD creates our assembly instantly, and it can be found within our model tree here with each of the selected panels as specified. Let's switch over to our 2D view. We can define our label visibility by selecting the panels and right-clicking and selecting the panel properties option as shown. Currently, there are no separate labels visible. If we select the directly connected panels option and press OK, our panel labels will now be available in the 2D view. When you have your panel assembly created, you can select it here and then have the option to connect or disconnect panels just by selecting directly within the model or via the model tree too, as shown. This makes modifying sections of your assemblies or excluding sections very easy. After we have completed creating our assembly, we can create our panel drawings for it very easily too. We select our assembly via the model tree, right-click, and then select Create Panel Drawing. We click this, and now within the Panel Drawing Template section window, we have a new template for assemblies. We click that too, and now once generated, as you can see within the drawing generated, we have our list of panels that make up our assembly, and both 3D and 2D views showcasing the assembly too. Now with the drawings completed, the panel assembly is done. Next we can go on to taking a look at our outputs for our assembly. When you are creating your NC output files, we have added two fields pertaining to panel assembly. These are parent assembly and the assembly hierarchy fields. You can track your parent assembly and hierarchy for your assemblies here, and when you have multiples within a large project, they will all be detailed here. You can select the individual panels you require to output via the tick boxes, and then selecting to write output to complete. Another change we have made is now we can stack panel assemblies. We have now the stacking section at the bottom of the document browser. If we click this and select Edit Stack Contents, we can then create and amend assembly stacks from here. As you can see, by selecting our existing assembly stack and then right-clicking, selecting Add to New Stack, and then from here we copy our stack values from our library and select for it to be dimensioned based on content, and then once we've done that, we select OK and build our stack. Now we go to the document browser and the stacking section. Within here we can right click and go to edit the stacks in model. We can amend the presentation to show our layers as shown, and here you can see the dimensions of the stack. Let's add this to our assembly. We right click and select Add New Stack Assembly. We again select our stack values from the library as before, and then we will amend our net dimensions as we now require. Now with that done, we create our stack assembly by pressing the button here. Vertex does this quickly, and we can now take our assembly and add it to our truck, ready for dispatching to our site. Thanks for watching.